What's up everybody, this is Derek here with an exciting update video, and that is that the global update to 0.6.0, the one we've been beta testing for the past week and a half or so now, is coming very soon. It's looking like there's going to be a period of maintenance of 8 hours, and know that the maintenance period might not correspond directly with the update. However, what the maintenance is going to do is it will set up the server to be ready for the update. So that way when Apple releases it, it's usually Apple that has to actually release the update. When that occurs, then they'll push the update to Google Play, and then we'll be able to update our clients. The servers will already be ready, and then we can play on the new versions. That's generally how it should in theory work. So right now it is 13:29 UTC, so that means that we have about 11 hours to go or so. So my local time, it's about 8 p.m. for those of you in India. I think it should be 8 a.m. then when the update starts, and it should be an 8-hour update. So it's a long time to wait, unfortunately, but it just seems to be the way it is with these things. So it says update between June 19th and June 25th to get a rename card. So that is if you want to rename your character, of course. Update or outfit box 7-day. It's unfortunate that they're still doing the time limited crates. I'm not a fan of them, but they're here and it seems like they're still doing that. So, you know, it is what it is. And 1888 BP, which I will gladly take. So let's go through what's new real quick. We'll just scroll through the screen. I'll try to explain as much as I know about the coming update. And first thing, and we'll do videos once the update's actually out, we'll do videos highlighting these new features in more depth. But this is just an overview video letting you know that the update is coming very soon. My original prediction was the 19th. It's still possible that that could occur if the update is released by Apple then. Otherwise, it looks like it's going to be a day or two later, but should be very close to that original date, which is pretty cool. So what's new? First person perspective, of course, this is the largest change, in my opinion and many people's opinion. You can play in first person mode. Unfortunately, you can only play this in classic, so you cannot play any of the arcade or entertainment modes in first person in this update. But you can play classic on both Miramar as well as Erangel in first person mode, which means that you will no longer be able to look around obstacles, use the camera to your advantage. In my opinion, first person has a higher skill cap. I think that it is a little tougher to learn if you're not familiar with it, but I also think that it's a better indicator of how well you actually can fight, because you don't have those advantages of third person, of being able to know when the battle is going to come or know where people are going to be based on using the camera to your advantage. So I don't know, it's a different thing. Some people are going to like it, some people aren't, but I'm glad that we have the option at least, and I'll definitely be posting some more first person gameplay once that occurs. We also have a Royal Pass for Season 1. Royal Pass is probably going to work similar to how it does in Fortnite, and that means that if you purchase this, it's purchasable with real currency. You'll be given greater rewards for completing like missions, or complete either progress missions or just your daily missions, and there might be additional bonuses to playing the game. So basically, it's a way that if you're going to be putting a ton of time into the game, playing a lot of games, and this might be something then that you'd want to consider, because the rewards, depending on what they are, we don't know yet, but depending on what the rewards are, it might make it worth it for you. There's also the Mini Zone, which is a new entertainment or arcade mode played on a smaller map. So the map is actually the same. I believe it's just Erangel. I'll let you know if it's also Miramar, but I'm pretty sure it's just Erangel, and it's a 4x4 kilometer circle to start. So it's 100 people in a smaller area. And I think I put up a game on this already. If I didn't, I'll definitely put one up soon. But it's a smaller zone with double the loot frequency. So it's not as much as Item Heaven, but it's a lot easier to find weapons. And airdrops also occur more frequently because it's a smaller map. So it's a 4x4 section. It's randomized. Sometimes it closes over school. Sometimes it closes over the mines. I mean, it could be anywhere. So sometimes it closes over military. So it's just starting the zone a lot smaller than the entire island, which pushes people together quicker and makes for a game that's generally 25 minutes to win it or so, 25, 30 minutes versus 30 to 35. So I'd say it cuts, first 5 to 10 minutes or so of the looting and just like the early game out of it. So again, something that some people prefer, some people don't, but it's cool to have the option. Next, we've got weapon and airplane finishes. I believe those are supposed to be skins. So weapon and airplane skins. This is a controversial thing. We'll see how cool the weapon ones are. I'm excited about those. The airplane, I think that they are just copying Fortnite, and we're going to have a Santa sleigh, a battle bus, and a bunch of other crazy things to drop out of, which is fine. I mean, it's just cosmetic, but I don't know. I think that it's kind of the game trying to appeal to people to try to increase the player base, which makes sense. So can't really fault them. That's what that is. View weapons in the new Armory. I made a video about that about a week ago or so from the beta, and the Armory basically gives you the statistics of each weapon, the stats on them, what sort of damage they do, what sort of recoil they have, what attachments you can put on each of them. And it's a cool thing to check out. It's not something you're probably going to be visiting that often, but if you're wondering, hey, I have a P92, what sorts of attachments can I use on that weapon? That way, if I see them in the game, I'll know better what I can do. And for that, it's very useful. So also have pistols now getting their own UI or user interface. That's a little weirdly worded too. Pistols now have their own weapon slot. So now you can have two different primary, secondary weapons and also a pistol. Know that your inventory space though has not grown. So if you're also carrying a pistol, you're gonna have to carry ammo for it, and that's going to take up some space away from your other weapons. So say you have a Kar 98, you have a M4, and then you want a silenced P92 with an extended mag. That's not a bad combination, or a silenced P18C. So I think in certain situations, this could be useful, depending on what other weapons you have. Say you get a, I'm going to get the name wrong, but I think it's an MK18 and a AWM. So you have a sniper, and then you also have a DMR. Then, those are both great weapons, and they serve slightly different roles. So maybe then you'd also want a pistol for super short range, although the MK would do just as well in automatic, so I don't know. But you get a pistol slot now, so yay, you don't have to worry about it if you don't want to. Melee weapons can now destroy tires. That's realistic, I guess. A sickle could destroy a tire, I suppose. A pan 100% absolutely could destroy a tire, so we'll go with that. So that's a thing. Individual teammates can be muted. This is nice because if you have that annoying teammate, most of us play on Discord, so we don't have to worry about that. But if you have that annoying teammate and you're using the in-game chat, now you can mute them and not have to worry about the screaming thing in the background. So you've got post-match results screen. This is just a more detailed view of your stats during the game. And I'll highlight this, I think. Again, this is in one or two of my beta videos, but it's basically just another screen. I forget if it's before or after, but that normal one where it tells you how much damage you did, how many kills you got, how much healing you did, revives, rating. I think it's right before that, actually. It's just a little more in-depth versus that other guy. So we've got a tier protection system. I believe this is relating to losing or gaining ranking. I think it's losing ranking. You can't fall through. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments on this, because I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it is if you are ranked like 5, if you're like Diamond 5 and you lose a ton of ranking, say you die at like 99, instead of falling through Platinum, you'll actually just drop down to Platinum 1. Like you'll only lose the rating to knock you down back 1 tier, and that's it. So I think that's what that means. Asian character models, that makes more sense. You now have Asian character models if you want your character to look more Asian. That's cool. We've got emotes. Not many of them. There are only 2 in the beta. I think it was thank you and hello. I think those are the ones. So I don't know. We'll see if they add more or not. It looked like, at least in the beta, that emotes will have rarity. So very much like cosmetic items. Perhaps you can get them from crates or from missions. So we'll have to see how well that works. You can now add 2 social networks, ability to link 2 social networks. So now you can add a secondary account to that main account. So I don't think this still adds account management, unfortunately. So like say you have a Google Play account that is level 1, you want to delete it and link your guest account. I don't think you can do that yet, but now you could have an account linked to Facebook and Google Play, which is useful for somebody like me who has Android and iOS. And if I want to play my Google Play account on my iOS device, I can now do that by linking both of them to Twitter and then being able to play that way. So I don't think it's still full account management, which would be great because that's what I really want to see, but it's still better than it is. So I think we're in the right direction. We're moving in the right direction as far as account management, and we'll have to go from there. Finally, we have added room cards. So hopefully this has to deal with custom rooms and the ability to create them or join them easier. That would be great. I think custom rooms, they add a lot to the PC version. I think they will add a lot here. I think you can do some really cool things with them, but right now there are only a few people in the world who have them. So let's see what that brings, and once I know more about that, I'll probably either make a video or just post an update to this one because I want to give you the information, but I don't really have it fully yet. So I think that is it. Follow our Facebook or Twitter page for more information. And this is an exciting update. The one thing I didn't see, actually, say it real quick. The one thing I didn't see here is arcade mode can now be played on Miramar. So you can now play entertainment mode or arcade mode. So that's either sniper training or quick match or the new mini zone. Those guys can all be played on Miramar now, and I believe it's random. So it's random which map you get. However, it will alternate between Miramar and Erangel, and that's really cool because Miramar is a slower played map. It's much more favoring sniper play, long range combat. You're more exposed, and I think that playing a quick match on Miramar, especially in certain areas where people generally don't go because they don't have the best loot or they're too far away, is a great way to experience more of that map and appreciate the map better, and not have to worry about doing any drastic changes to classic mode with the circle or anything. So I think that is, again, one of the coolest changes. I've said it in a previous video, but first person and Miramar and arcade mode on Miramar are the two changes that I am most excited about. Which changes are you most excited about? Definitely let me know in the comments down below. And hopefully you had fun watching this video. I know that there wasn't anything exciting going on. I was just showing you what the maintenance notice is saying, but I think it's important to know what's coming up in this update because there is quite a bit. It's exciting to see that the developers care. They are still developing the game. And yeah, definitely just get excited for it. So my name's Derek G. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up to help grow the channel, share it with your friends, and consider subscribing if you haven't already for tons more PUBG Mobile content. I hope to see you on the new Battlefield soon.